Thanks for being here, you guys. So I love the shout outs, and I wanted like just start our call always with shout outs, like hop on 5 minutes early. Let's get them started in the chat. I'm going to read through a couple of them. And then if you guys want to unmute and shout anybody else, any out vocally, you're more than welcome to. Or I guess you guys can just kind of go through and read it, but does anybody have anything they want to shout out before we get started?
Allie is on.
Is she brand new? Oh, Allie Schultz. Yes. Welcome back, Allie. Excited to have you. I was like, wait, did I miss something? Awesome. Yeah, she said that she's ready to relaunch. Oh, yes. And Sarah said since we made it earlier, she gets to see everyone. So yes, I know that 7 o'clock Mountain Standard Time isn't ideal. It's bedtime for a lot of people, but this is a time that fits everyone. Okay, we'll just go ahead and get started because you guys are writing it in the chat and I love it. So I want to just have this call be a little bit at the very beginning of get everybody zoned in on what we have going on. So that way, as you're signing distributors, you know what to plug them into. Okay. And so I know for some of you guys who are on all the calls, you're like, I know all of this, but some of you guys, there's stuff that you don't know. Okay. So I want to make sure that we're all on the same page. So the first thing I want to talk about is the conference ticket. Today is the last day that you can get the discounted plus pass conference ticket. So if you haven't got it yet, you need to go into your eSuite and get it today. It's $179 for the plus and it's $89 for the general admission. Now with the plus pass, you get a little pack of goodies that they're going to mail out, I think in January they said, and then you get 20 discount distributor codes. So you can sign a distributor for $39 or $39.60 if you want to be exact, instead of $99. And you get 20 codes right now, you'll get 10 codes right now, and then you'll get 10 codes on November 1st to get you through there. Now, we have tons of codes with our team. There is a post in the pack page that has people who have listed their codes there. So anybody is open and welcome to getting those codes. Okay, so if you want to get 20 for yourself though, then you need to go and buy it today, and then plus you get the extra conference pack. So is there any questions regarding conference? Because it's different this year than it's ever been before. But do you guys know what to expect there? Okay, I see some head shakes, no. Okay, so normally for conference, we all get to fly to Florida. We get a hotel or an Airbnb and we all stay together. We rent cars and then we would drive to an arena and then we would have conference, and it would usually go from about 9 to 4, 9 to 5 for Friday and Saturday. And we'd have they'd have different panels with speakers teaching you about how to upsell, how to do customers, how to do distributors, how to get your mind right. Like they just have panels for all of these things. And it's so much fun. The energy is amazing. But obviously due to COVID, they're not doing it in person. They're doing it online. And so just like the summer camps have kind of been, it's going to be kind of like that. Which if you're watching at your house, it's good, but I just don't feel like I get as much out of it when I'm by myself. I personally love to be around you guys and your energy, and then to be able to do something extra fun with us. And so I am planning a pack gathering, is what we're calling it, in Salt Lake City, Utah during conference. And so we're going to rent a house. And so that way you're not having to pay for a hotel like in Florida. We'll rent a house. So everyone will pitch into the house. And then we'll rent the house for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll check in Thursday, we'll leave, we'll check out on Saturday. And everybody is welcome to come, whether or not you buy a conference ticket or not. If you want to fly into Salt Lake, if you want to drive into Salt Lake, if you want to carpool with people, however you want to get there. I mean, obviously the more people, the better. We have a house that'll sleep 50 or more. So we've got plenty of space for everybody. It's a mansion, and I'll give you guys the link in just a second. But we'll have everybody come in, Thursday night, we'll watch conference all together. We'll do some fun team activities and some extra things, maybe some, crafting of shirts or play some games, or, we'll do some really good, fun business building, relationship building activities. And then we'll watch conference on Friday. We'll watch conference on Saturday. And then on Sunday morning, we'll have breakfast and everyone will head home. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and share the first link. So this was in your email from Sunday. if you didn't get that, you've got to make sure that you're signed up for it. Okay. And if you want to send me a personal message after and say, hey, I'm not getting the emails, I'm more than happy to go in my back office and see why you're not getting them. Okay. And we can find them. But here is the first link. So if you guys will just copy and paste this and save it somewhere. And I'll share my screen so you guys can see. So I narrowed it down just to 2 houses. So house 1 and house 2. So you guys can vote on which house you would prefer to be in. And so if you guys will just put it right here. So there's a spot for you to put your name, your state that you live in, your highest paid rank, if you bought your ticket, and if you'll be at the pack gathering. So some people don't feel comfortable going for whatever their reasons are. Maybe it's work, maybe it's kids, maybe it's the sickness. And of course, you know, if Utah has restrictions, then we're not going to be able to make it, you know, and if your job or your workplace or, you know, you've got restrictions, then you'll just have to kind of keep that in mind. But here's a place for every single person to put their name, their state, their rank, whether they bought their ticket, if they're going to be there, and then vote on the house. Like I said, I erased all these. So if you guys can go back in and vote on which just one house you would prefer. Okay. And so then on these next pages, as I get more information, I'll start writing up an itinerary, because you guys know I love hashtag itineraries. And so I'll get you an itinerary as far as like the address of the house, when to check in, when you're checking out, what we're going to be doing, and all that stuff. Okay. So that is conference. That's what we're doing together as a team. I really hope that everybody who wants to will make a way to get there. There's plenty of time for you to earn the money to be able to, you know, you sign these 10 distributors, that's $3,000, or I think we did the math, $1,500, right? 10 distributors, $1,500. That's going to pay for everything that you need. You can start finding a babysitter now. You can take off work, you know, 3 months ahead of time. They're going to give it to you off. And so I would love to have as many of you that feel comfortable there to be there. Okay. It's January 22nd and 23rd. And the reason why I'm having you guys drop your state is because if someone's going to drive, then maybe they drive through where you are and you guys could carpool, right? Or, you know, we can make sure that we arrange things. If you're going to fly in, maybe you fly in at the same time as somebody else. That way you guys can Uber together. Laura, did you have a question?
Yes. So I live like an hour from the Canadian border in North Dakota, and the weather up here during the winter is like total crap. Sorry, that's a bad word, but that's the way the winter is up here. So me going to Utah would probably not be a very good option for me because of the weather.
So you can watch conference at your house. That's fine. I'm just opening this up to those who feel like they can and they want to. It's not required or anything.
Okay, that's fine.
Uh-huh. So like everybody can watch conference, no matter if you come to this or not, when you buy your ticket. Like everyone can watch conference. You guys can do stuff in your own area. I just know that when we went to St. George and we did the pack retreat in August, it was so much fun. It was so good that I want to feel that again. And I know that some of you guys weren't able to make it and you wish that you could have. And so I wanted to give another opportunity for us to be able to get together. Okay. But if weather's not going to allow it, and you know, it's completely your decision whether you want to make it or not. Okay. All right. Need a babysitter for her husband. You're funny. Okay. Next thing, you guys, is the pack page. I am no longer part of the Legacy Leaders page. If you guys are still in there, that's great. You'll get content from wherever you want. But we have our individual pack page, and we had a Diamonds and Above call for those who could make it before I made the pack page, or maybe it was after. But we talked about what we wanted to allow as far as posts being approved in there. And we didn't want a lot of fluff. We didn't want a lot of like scroll through to try and find the information that you needed. We wanted to keep it really focused. And so if you want to post anything in there, the only rule is business building, income producing. Business building, income producing. So if it's going to help like with a tip of some sort, then post it. If we're going to do like shout outs, we made a shout out post, and then we just barely made a video post. So that way we can keep all the videos straight, because I know sometimes stuff gets lost in the pack chat. But if there's a video that like really rocked your socks off that you want to share with people, you can post it in the comments of that. And then tell us why. Like if you just post a link, then like nobody has time for that, you know? But if you're like, I like this video really helped me with A, B, and C, then someone's gonna be like, oh, yes, like I need that too. And then they're gonna watch it. Or maybe there's somebody on your team who is struggling with that and you're like, ooh, this could be good for them because it had a little description with the link. Okay, so like as far as like the pack page goes, we're just trying to keep it clean for you guys so you guys can find the information that's gonna help you build your businesses. Is that good? Does that sound good? And then same thing with the pack chat. We don't want responses in there. So no fire emojis, no responses to messages as much as possible. If you have questions, you can, you know, send the person a personal message. But same thing in the pack chat. We want business building, income producing. Plus, that's where we're posting all the extra calls. And that's where we're posting like content that's not permanent. So like, you know, all of this like BOGO or pick 2, pick 3, like post it in the pack chat because we don't want it in the main pack page because it's not permanent and we'd have to go through and delete it. Because what if someone new came in and they were like, ooh, I can post these, and they really can't because it's not a sale going on. Okay, so like the pack chat is like for the stuff that's moving through, you know, and then the pack page is for that solid business content. Does that sound good? Okay. Then we've got our pack host to post group. Okay, we are making the cutoff for this on the 20th. And so if you'd like to be part of our pack host to post, we're doing $100 on the last day of every month. Okay, and that way it's just super simple. Everybody who wants to be able to do host posts can say, my team is giving away $100 on October 31st, on November 30th, on December 31st, like $100 at the end of every single month. Do you want to say something, Kelly Jo?
Yeah, by cutoff, I had a couple people ask this. By cutoff, she means for you to join. You can have people host posts for you until the 31st, but if you're not a part of it, you can only join until the 20th for you, but your people can host posts through the end of the month.
Thank you for clarifying that. Did somebody else want to say something? Okay, so here's the link, you guys. So it's, if this is your first month, you joined in October, you do not have to pay. Click this link, fill out the information. I will approve you into the group because I'm the month host this month. And we're gonna have a different month host each month. So that way you'll know who it is and you'll know who needs to approve you or who you'll send your money to. Okay, so you just fill out that form and then we'll get you added. Now, if you joined last month, it's $5. And that's what the cutoff is for, is your $5 has to be in by the 20th, because then that way we know, like we're just having a cutoff because we don't want people paying on the last day of the month and then like scrambling for it. So the cutoff when you're paying is the 20th. That way, if you need to wait for commissions, you can. Now you won't get approved into the group until you've paid, but you can always keep their names on a piece of paper. And then let's say you pay today on the 15th because it hit your pay portal, then you can go through and you can list all the host posts that you had for the whole entire month. But in order to pay, we're saying the cutoff is the 20th. Does that make sense? If there's questions, please ask. And one thing that we wanted to incorporate with our giveaway is that it was free for new distributors, because new distributors come in and we want them to start host to posting, but then we're like, now you got to pay this person this money, you got to pay this person that money to get them in. And so this was really nice that it was like, no, it's your first month, you can offer this $100 incentive. And us diamond leaders who got together and had a call, we said that if ever we didn't hit that $100 pot, that we would contribute it all together to make sure that every month we had $100 to give away. So thanks for those of you that were willing to do that. Now, this month we're already over $100. So if we have like $230 to give away by the end of the month, then what we'll do is we'll do 2 drawings for $100. And then that extra $30 we're gonna put in a pot. And then we're gonna do Christmas cash at the end of every year is what we decided. So then we can just give away like a ton of money right before Christmas to help people. Okay, so we'll take all of the extras that are over the 100 mark into a pot and put it till the end of the year. And we're going to be really transparent about the money. We've got a Google form that's public to you guys who have the link. And so if you want to know like who's paid and how much is in there, like it's not a secret, because that's something that I really appreciate about doing Kay's giveaways, is that she's very transparent as far as how much money we have to give away. And so, okay. Where are you putting the names in for the host post drawing? If you click that link, Deborah, then it will give you all the information that you need. Okay, so that's the link that you need. That's the form that you fill out if you want to know how to get into the host post. Okay, and I'm the month host, so you can send me personal messages if you have questions about it. And you guys, if you are going to have new people, don't just invite them to the group, send them this link. Okay, so please copy the link, save it, say this is the host to post form. So give this link to your new distributor so that way they can add themselves to the group once they filled it out. Okay. All right. I asked Samara to share her story with us. And so I'm really excited for this. And I was going to have her share it. I asked Mandy if Mandy would share last week, and then Mandy was like, oh, I can't get on. And so then when I was looking through the screens last week and I was telling you guys who were on, I was like, I'm going to ask one of you guys and you don't know who it is. And it was going to be you, Samara. But then Mandy showed up and so she was able to share hers. But so I'm excited to have you share yours. So do you want to kind of start a little bit about when you first saw It Works and what made you decide to join?
Okay, so I'm Samara. I'm in Minnesota. I've lived all over Minnesota, but I'm currently in Baxter, so like Central State. And I'm 21 years old, and I started in network marketing when I was 18. I literally just wanted friends because I did online school from 7th grade through high school. And so I got on Google and searched best direct sale companies and joined one. Like, that's legit what I did. And before It Works, I was with 4 different companies. And the reason I joined was for friendships. I grew up with a lot of trauma and a lot of things happening. So I just wanted someone that I could connect with. And so I joined to find out that, and it's like a company that says they're like a sisterhood. It was not like that at all. Like, your upline never talked to you. There was a group page. That was it. You literally never heard from your upline ever. And so then I came across other companies and I was like, okay, and I signed up with a couple because it was honestly cheaper to sign up as a distributor. And I wanted that distributor pricing, which is one thing I love with It Works, is that our customers get our price. So they're not signing up as a distributor to get our price. And so then after I had Evelyn, during my pregnancy, I gained 65 pounds. I became a single mom when she was 1 year and 3 months old. I finished my high school. I finished her dad's high school, worked 40 hours a week, and did network marketing. And it was crazy, but it was worth it. And then I was like, okay, I need to lose this weight. I was over 220 pounds when I had her, and I was like, this is not healthy. And so then I tried a couple other companies' health products, and they worked at the beginning, but then I had some complications and some unhealthy things happening. And so then I just kind of stopped. And one of my uplines in one of my other companies made a post for Kelly Jo. And I was like, ooh, I need some money. I'm living off of student loans. This other direct sale company I'm with right now isn't making me the money. I don't have friends. I'm doing it alone. So it's not even fun to even do anything. There were no team calls. There was nothing. You were literally doing business by yourself. And so I was like, okay. And funny thing is, during the time I was talking with Kelly Jo, I was actually talking with the top income earner at the same time. And that top income earner was on me every day. And then Kelly Jo was talking to me and I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do? And I kind of just kept shortening my answers with the other leader and was like, because I just couldn't connect to her story. She was a nurse, she retired as a nurse, she had no kids. And I was like, what? And so so I could relate with Kelly Jo's story because of when, she didn't want to live and everything. And so I could relate to that. And she was a single mom and she was a teacher and I was doing all those things too. So I was like, okay. And then I saw the connection. And the friendship here is real. And there are days that I want to quit and I'm like, screw this. I'm done. When you get your commission check and you're like, what? I just spent how many hours doing this for this? But then it's no. If I was to throw my business away, not only would I be throwing myself away, I'd be throwing every single person on my team, which is unacceptable. And I would be throwing all the friendships that I've made. And that's not okay with me. So that's what holds me here when I want to quit.
I love it. Anybody like when you heard that Samara just said that she's 21, you were like, wait, what? You're 21? Because she's so mature, like so mature. And I can't imagine you as an 18-year-old. I mean, like insane. And to just just Google like what company is best and then just jump in. Like you guys, there are people out there doing the exact same thing. Like just trying to find something. And, you know, the fact that she did it when she was 18 and now is only 21, like there are 18 to 21-year-olds right now that are doing that. And so that's super important. And then I love that you said that you were talking to 2 people, you guys, and people are going to sign up with whoever they want to sign up. Period. End of story. And so, you know, one thing that I always say is like, why should someone join you? Why should someone join you? You know? And so she has this really successful person over here who's making a lot of money. And then she's got Kelly Jo, Hot Mess Express. Let's just be honest. I love you. Over here, you know? But you guys, like, that's what was relatable. That's what connected with her. That's like why she chose Kelly Jo, you know? And so don't feel like you have to fit a mold. Don't feel like your story isn't important. And I hear that all the time from people where it's like, I don't really have a story. You absolutely do have a story. And it started back in whatever time that got you to the point where you decided that you want to change that, you know, get you moving forward. And so even just thinking about, you know, the day you joined, where you were before and then where you are now. So I know I didn't leave you a ton of time, and I actually wanted to go into what actually keeps you here because you know, Samara had a promotion, and then just like everything else, like sometimes it falls apart. And so how do you pick yourself up and keep going? And then talk a little bit about your growth. Like from when you started and then to now, what are some leadership things that you've stepped up into and that you're looking forward to?
Okay. So the thing that keeps me here, like I said, is the friendships and thinking about like, I mean, because the money honestly isn't keeping me here. Like it's enough money, but it's not enough for me to be like, yes, I absolutely need this, but it's the friendships. Like I'm a single mom, I stay home with Evelyn, and I'm like, I just need someone to connect to. And like the other night on our 10 p.m. power hour, I was like, this is like our happy hour. Like I legit feel like this is a happy hour. Like we get to work together, we get to talk and have fun. Like it's just fun. And so when you're doing something that's fun and that you love and that you're connected, you're going to stay on fire. And there's been a couple times that I've never actually had a day that I haven't done anything, but where I've done minimum. And so like, but then the times that like I feel like I'm stuck, it's because I'm not connected and showing up on power hours. Like power hours is what keeps me lit. And it like if you watch like my lives on Facebook, this is like the energy. Like you have to be hyped up and excited about what you're doing. And when I started, I literally hated myself.
You're on my baby.
Evelyn, hang on. Kid problems. But one thing that I would, you know, now I'm like lost my track. Oh, okay, personal development and growth. So I like legit hated myself. Like I couldn't stand looking at myself in the mirror, and like would cry. And then like all of my selfies had major filters. And in February, Tamika told me, she's like, Samara, you have to stop using filters. And I was like, oh, what? Like I can't. And then like I started, and I still use a filter, which we all use a filter, but it's a natural filter. Like it's not the cat ears and crazy faces on Snapchat. And so like that's one thing that I've learned is like I can actually like go and look at myself now and be like, dang, you look good today. Like, and when you learn to love yourself, that's when you're going to see so much change happening because you love who you are. You're excited about what's coming. And when you're excited, everyone else sees that and they're going to follow you.
Exactly. You guys, like passion is everything. And if you're not excited about your own business, number one, why is your team going to be excited if they don't have a leader that knows where they want to go and isn't passionate and like excited to work their business every day? And then what about your market? You know, when you get on a Facebook Live and you're not showing confidence and you're not showing excitement, then why are people going to want to be a part of what you are? And so, you know, like Samara said, she's never had a day where she's not worked. There have been days where she's done maybe bare minimum, but she's never had a day that she's not worked. And you guys, that's treating your business like a business. And you've been in almost a year now, right?
15 or 16 months, last July.
Over a year. Okay. So, you know, like that's huge. And when people like reach their year mark, like they're here, you know, it may not be for the money yet, but I can't wait for the day when you open up that check, Samara, and you're like, the last year and a half totally was worth it. Cause I remember for me, when I hit that double diamond, I mean, I was working nonstop, you guys. And that's the thing I need you guys to hear is like, it takes work over a long period of time. It takes the hard work when you don't feel like it. That's when the paycheck comes later. But if you work hard for 2 days and then you're like burned out and tired, and then you take a break, and then you work hard for 3 days in a row, and then you wait again, you're never going to move. It's hard work consistently for as long as it takes you to get there. And then you're going to look at it and you're going to say it was all worth it. So, you guys, I know that this was short, but like I said, I appreciate you, Samara. So thank you. And we're definitely going to hear more from you. And I love seeing her, you know, she just has taken it in her own hands to really step up. You know, she's posting every night the team calls in the page. Anyone grateful for that? Like drop a thank you in the comments. Like she posts that every single night because she decided to, she chose to, she stepped up and did it. You know, she messaged Kelly Jo and said, hey, I'm taking over some of your power hours because I know you're stressed and you're not going to give them away. And like, she took over that and now is doing it. And so as a leader, like just start stepping up. And then that's what's going to help other people see you that way. So I'm so proud of you, Samara. All right, you guys. So we're going to hop over onto this other call. I'm going to put it in the chat. So if you guys will just, we had to change the number because the other girl had an emergency. So here is the Zoom ID number, 653-492-3302. And the password is Rockstar. And we're going to give you everything that we can to teach you guys how to sign distributors. Okay. And then if you guys have any personal questions, feel free to message me after that call. And I know we didn't have a lot of question answer time on this, so feel free to message me then. Okay. Bye. See you soon.